Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Schoolboy here, back with another live video. Today we are talking about Married to Medicine. My God, today, season 10, episode 4, Revenge of the Bride. And this is where we get to actually see if Heavenly got up in the wedding or did Sweetie, keep Heavenly out. Okay. Because the editing been real messy over there with Purveyors of Pop when it comes to Married to Medicine. But I want to say welcome back to the channel. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you bang that notification bell button so anytime that I go live or I drop a video, y'all get first access to said videos. Also, this week, make sure y'all check out a special two-part episode of Hotline Bling Chat Room. It's exclusively drops on Chef Don Don's channel. The first episode is going to come at the regular time on Friday at 10:15 Eastern. And then Saturday, we have a second part that's going to air at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all don't want to miss that. So make sure y'all get over there, like, comment, and subscribe over there to Chef Don Don. If you have not seen the first two episodes of Hotline Bling, y'all make sure y'all get into it because the show is messy. I'm gonna just tell you, it's messy. Okay, it's messy. It's messy. Okay, and we get into some things over there with the thing. And then also, I just want to let y'all know, we got some announcements with School of Love, my new web reality dating series, LGBTQIA based, will be premiering sometime at the top of the year, sometime around that time of the year, around March. We'll be, getting y'all that out. So also make sure not only are you subscribed to Chef Don Don's channel for Hotline Bling Chat Room, that y'all make sure y'all check out my dating show. Y'all get to be all in my business. Y'all get to tweet about the show. Y'all get to go in there and talk about the show, and all that great stuff. So I want y'all to support both projects. Chef Don Don is doing a lot of amazing work around there, and he's teaching me some things about production as well. So y'all make sure y'all check all that out. All right? Check all that. But we're gonna get into these Married to Medicine heifers today. But before we get started with that, if y'all can do me a huge favor, if you could like the video as you come in, if you can go on and push me up through that algorithm, your boy been off this thing for a while, and I'm getting back into the grooves of the things. If you'd like to donate to the channel as well, you can do that via Cash App or Venmo. And if you'd like to follow me on social media, you can do that by going to my Twitter and or my Instagram, which is as well scrolling across the screen. Now, we'll go ahead and put this disclaimer out here before I even get started, because y'all Married to Medicine people is just as bad now that I am realizing with this quad and this sweet tea mess. Y'all just as delusional as them damn Housewives fans. So I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I say what I say over here, and if you don't like it, build a bridge, get the hell over it, because I'm gonna say what I want to say. Okay? And if you don't like it, get your own damn channel. You say what the hell you want to say on your channel. Okay? We don't have to agree, but we can be respectful to one another in the chat. Before we go ahead and get started. Hey, what's up, Sugar and Pox, mama? You already know I'm finna go in. Hey, Chef Don Don. Hey, Rita. Hey, Simply Elegant One. We gonna get into the things today, but first I want to address this, because I did see this yesterday, and Dr. Heavenly did post it. This is her tweet. She said, "Looks like I got in. Next time, if you pay for the whole wedding, you can keep me out. Hashtag Pop paid for most of it. Hashtag they told me I must be there. Hashtag better luck next time. Hashtag Married to Medicine. Hashtag Team Daddy." So Heavenly basically is letting y'all know that Purveyors of Pop, which is the production company, did pay for a portion of Sweet Tea's wedding. So basically, yeah, you may not have liked the things that I said, but you couldn't keep me out the wedding because they paid for it, and production wanted us all in the wedding. And quiet as it's kept loud as it is, Heavenly, excuse me, quiet as kept loud it is sweet and no. You might would have wanted to let Heavenly come in because them seats you needed them filled up in that wedding because it was mighty empty around there. I don't know how many you said y'all had that wedding for, but it was rarely empty up in there. It was around there looking like the Grammys as of recently, or the rest of these award shows. Wasn't nobody in there. So you might have wanted to let Heavenly and Damon in to fill some of them empty ass seats. That's my opinion. And don't get on here talking about schoolboy, you hating on them. No, I'm not. I'm just telling the truth about what we saw. Wasn't nobody around there in that damn wedding. Okay. So let's just keep it a buck. And I do also side note to the person that got on my Instagram and told me, well, Dr. Damon looked so depressed being with Heavenly. Well, y'all say that same shit about Toya and Eugene. So y'all say the same thing about Toya and Eugene. Oh, Eugene need to leave Toya because she working that man to death. Y'all talk about the same thing. And neither one of them have left. So if they like it, I love it. They must be happy right where they at. So y'all can miss with the fake outrage. Okay. Now you know them seats done was empty. You could have picked a seat in there. So, ma'am, all that outrage and then quiet as kept, you should have took Phaedra off the list. On top of that, since you had so much issue, everybody had so much issue with you having Quad at your bachelorette party, but everybody, you seemed cool with it. You was acting like a fan. And then next week you want to bring up Heavenly hitting daddy over the head with a frying pan. So that lets me know you did watch the show prior to being on the show. So all you people on Twitter sitting up there talking about, well, well, I'm tired of Quad talking about the girl signed up for what she signed up for. So if she gonna be smart enough to talk her mess on Instagram over there on her page, and I'm gonna let you know also as well, Sweet Tea or Sweet and Low or Sweet and No or Goldie from Flavor of Love, whatever name that I feel like calling you throughout this live. Let me tell you something. Don't you ever tweet again talking about move on. Baby, you on reality TV. You can't tell people when to move on. If they want to drag you from A to Z, they can. If they don't never move on from whatever you did in episode 2 to episode 10, they're going to remain on that. You can't tell people to move on social media because that's what you want them to do. How about you move on and stop worrying about it? And all this fake outrage that everybody talking about, oh, well, Quad and Heavenly shady by saying this, that, and the third. Sweet Tea gets up there and talks her ish too. So let's stop. Because y'all don't give nobody else grace on no other show when they come in there foul or ignorant. I'm gonna say that. Y'all don't. So now all of a sudden y'all want to give this girl so much grace because y'all don't like Quad. I keep the same energy with all the heifers. That's all I'm gonna say. So she don't get no grace from me and she don't get no pass. Because it was her choice to get on a TV show where the ex-wife is on and has been on for years. And if I say this too, everybody around there really don't care about that girl anyway. She's collateral damage, if you ask me, because everybody on that show gonna look out for them. And let's peep, Simone and Toya have thrown shade at that girl on lives or have talked stuff or have said little slick shit underneath their breath. But y'all ain't out there calling them out for nothing, but it's Quad and Heavenly. Or it's Quad, Heavenly, and Phaedra. I'm just saying, keep the same energy to everybody across the board. If you're gonna talk about it, let's talk about it. But let's be even about the ish. Don't side eye or be over here and over there about certain things because it fits the narrative that y'all are in that moment. So we opened up the episode with a recap of last week's episode. We flashed through all the ladies and what they're doing throughout their day. And then we get to our first scene where Jack and Heavenly pull up to Phaedra's house. They take their shoes off at the door. You know, Phaedra got this. I don't know if it's modern, eclectic. I don't know what the hell is going on with her decor in her house. It's a little bit all of it. It's a little bit of everything. It's like drug dealer meets, it's like drug dealer queen pen meets modern. I don't really know what to give it. It's just really a little bit all over the place. It's nice. It goes together, but it's I don't know. It's odd. The pairings of everything is odd. They said that they love her furniture. They wait for her to come back with like some slippers and shoes or whatever. But it's just a lot going on in her damn house. I don't know. The pattern is, I ain't no interior designer. I live like a man. I don't got no damn too much decor up in here because that ain't my seat. That ain't my style. That's why I need a wife, because it ain't this. See, as long as I can eat, sleep, and shower in here, I don't give a damn about the rest of that stuff. That's why I need a wife. God, bring me a wife on this show that I'm doing, Lord. But I'm gonna just say that. But that Phaedra stuff, it was tacky, eclectic, and giving drug dealer queen pen. It was just a lot going on. Sugar and Pops mama said, I don't like Letitia. I prefer Quad with all her arrogance and extravagance. I'm telling you, some people don't. So, she comes back with the slippers and socks or whatever. They go in there. Phaedra's cooking. Jackie asks why she invited Quad to the pamper party. Now, Jackie gets straight into the mess, and I feel that Jackie sees Phaedra for her works, and she ain't really messing with her like that, but she keeping an eye on her. And so Jackie says she's not sure, and Jackie says she's not sure if she's Quad's friend, and because she's unavailable and she's only a friend when convenient, and she only shows up when it's working in her favor. So basically, Jackie like she a part-time friend. She show up when she show up, and when she don't feel like showing up. If it's not convenient for her, then she don't come around. Now I've heard Funky Dineva say the same thing about Quad, and when Quad does show up, she's super late. It's always this and it's always that with her. And sometimes when you have friends like that, you kind of just like take them with the wind blows. I've had friends like that, and it's just kind of like, hey, you show up, you show up. If you're around, you're around. I mean, it is what it is. I don't have no bad blood, but you ain't consistent, and I know that about you. Heavenly starts laughing when Phaedra was asking about why she invited Quad. That damn laugh, Heavenly. She do that damn laugh. And you already know it's some bullshit finna happen, because as soon as Heavenly hit that, you already know. So Heavenly said she full of ish with the invite explanation that Phaedra was full of ish. Phaedra basically gives some like nonchalant explanation, like, well, y'all kept asking for Phaedra and that, y'all wanted to know, so I decided to bring her around the group. I didn't see it was an issue. You know how Phaedra be, with the BS. And just instead of just telling, production told you to invite her, she came, she showed up, and hey, production wanted to see the mess. Okay. So Heavenly asked Phaedra, do you think Sweetie is ready to be married? And she says she's overwhelmed, and she got the call for the $14K being owed for the wedding, and that may have caused some stress. Now, I'm going to say this. When it comes down to this $14,000 that was owed on this wedding, I call Cat. Straight up, I call Cat. And the reason why I say is Cat. Based off of what we've seen a lot of Bravo weddings. We've seen a lot of Bravo weddings from all of the franchises of Real Housewives. We've even seen, we've seen some vow renewals on Married to Medicine. You're gonna tell me that cost $14,000, and then you had Johnny over there in that tight suit, the same Johnny that was over there that was trying to sue Candy for lost wages and stuff around there to the candy factory and all of that. You had Johnny and you paid him $14,000 for that. I can't. Now I might give it 10, because in my mind, I'm gonna say this, because if I'm going to executive producer mine, because I am executive producing some things, and I am being taught by some things by Chef Don Don. Shout out to him and the production team. I do understand sometimes when you're filming certain things, when you're at certain buildings and you're at certain places, you have to have a permit to film there. I can see that original venue saying, no, we don't want no damn cameras here. We don't want Bravo here. We don't want this here. And since Bravo wanted to catch this on film, Purveyors of Pop wanted to catch this on film, I can see them making her look for another venue that would allow them to film. And Bravo saying, or Purveyors of Pop, the production company saying, we will cover that cost. Now, because we're making you move the venue, because the original venue is not allowing us to film there, and we can't get no permit to film there, so we need to go somewhere where we have a permit to be able to film for the show. Now, I can see Purveyors of Pop paying for that in that retrospect, but I cannot see Purveyors of Pop just paying for anybody's entire wedding. Bravo does not pay for people's wedding. They may pay for cash trips, but parties, etc., that comes out of the pocket of the person that's throwing the event. Period. So y'all are getting on my Twitter page talking about, well, they could have paid for it. Bravo does not pay for people's events. No, they may pay for a cash trip, but they're not paying for your event, because it could have been also permit issues as well as insurance issues when it comes down to filming, and that wherever that venue was, that rooftop venue, and I could imagine with a rooftop venue, it probably was a lot of insurance and liability that had to be taken, because you on a rooftop trying to film, because that's where she said the original wedding was going to be, on top of a rooftop. And I do believe that. 70M said they probably lost the deposit of the first venue and had to pay full cost for renting the second venue. They may have, but it didn't come out of their pocket, because that production needed to film this, and this was a part of her storyline. They just paid for it. Now, if it was last minute, yeah, I could see them capping about $14,000. But as far as that overall wedding, in addition, and even I don't know what they spent on the rest of that wedding, but they didn't give me no luxury or no elegance. It gave me, you had a real menial budget. He told you couldn't go over a certain amount, and that's what you stayed underneath. She did say she switched venues. If you go back to episode 1 or 2, we're on episode 4. So I think in episode 2 or 3, she said they switched venues. So they absolutely did. Chef Don Down says absolutely, they could have absolutely been an insurance issue too. I think it was an insurance and then also a filming issue, and they said let's go ahead and move. That's why Purveyors of Pop paid for it, and that's why she couldn't kick Heavenly out. You can't kick somebody out when they didn't fit the bill. Now, if they fit the bill 100% themselves, absolutely. Because if you watch on any other housewife show, if they don't want to invite somebody, they ain't there. Because guess what? The housewife is putting that on, and she don't have to invite that person. It is what it is. In this case, Purveyors of Pop said, I want everybody in that building for this wedding. We paid, we run this. So really, all you people that's talking about, oh, Sweet Tea did a flex, she put Heavenly out. She didn't flex and put Heavenly out, because Heavenly ass still got back in there. And quiet as kept loud as it is, Heavenly said the time elapsed in the editing of saying that she was out there waiting was not a long time. She immediately went back in. The way they edited, they were shady with the editing to make it seem like she came in absolutely late while they were up there taking their vows, when she actually was already in there. They just edited. Editing is very a tricky thing. So y'all got to read in between the lines with stuff. It's to make y'all get caught up in it. But anyways, that's just my thought process on that. Jackie says, well, maybe when she's serious, she breaks. Jackie says when she's serious about stuff, she breaks it down to syllables. And Heavenly says, shoot, you can't have two crazy people together. And Sweet Tea's outbursts are not going to balance with Greg's. And they flash back to all the times Greg has had outbursts with Quad. And I ain't even going to hold you. Now, Heavenly was right. You both can't be crazy in the damn relationship. You be running around here acting a damn fool. Somebody got to be calm, and somebody got to balance the other person's crazy. Y'all got to be able to balance each other's crazy. I did agree with that. I do think that they are going to have some serious issues when it comes down to her outbursts and then his outbursts and his issues, because I still stand on the fact that Greg has not changed. Oh, well, I'm sorry. Sweet Tea likes to call Gregory. Gregory has not changed. Gregory has not changed. So you have someone who's 31, 23 years, I think what I say, 23 years age difference. Okay. He is 5 years older than her mother. So yeah, they're gonna have some difficulties with communication because the styles ain't gonna be the same. And he's gonna want it his way when he want it, and ain't gonna be no budge off of that. So good luck with that, sis. Cause I already know Greg is not, that's God bless you. That's all I can say. And Phaedra says, well, they're going to do what they want to do because they grown. And I agreed with Phaedra in that moment. You can't tell grown folks what to do. They want to get married, and even if it's quick or not quick to us, that's their business. God bless them. We ease on down the road to Cecil, and he's talking to Miles about school and him getting C's. And Simone and her big ass mouth and her teeth come downstairs, and she talking about C's. And I'm like, Simone, why is it that every time we know you have Simone, you on the mic, you don't have to yell, Simone. You don't have to yell, Simone. Simone, you don't have to yell. Okay. Cecil immediately get up talking about he gonna have to go get her a drink. And I'm like, please. I hope the drink makes her shut up and calm down. Simone is asking when graduation is going to happen with Miles, and he just kind of like, well, you know, I'm gonna do like one more year in school, but then I'm gonna take off, and then I'm gonna get some film experience, then I'm gonna go back and finish. And Simone like, you're not gonna keep playing with my money, taking breaks and all that, and we footing the bill for you. No, 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 you need to graduate. And I'm like, Simone, please, because I swear to God, with Simone and Cecil, Simone is the man and the woman in that relationship. Because Cecil, all he want to do is go golf, sell a house every now and then, drink down in the boom boom room, and hang out with damn Greg. He ain't really trying to do too much. He want to spend all Simone money too. So I'm like, sir, you is not helping the process, sir. I mean, you know, Stephanie said they'll be getting divorced in 3 years. You giving them more than I did because I'm giving them about 2. I'm with Don. Miles needs to get cut off. He playing around and not taking us. He not. That's why I said he need to get cut off. And Simone says she ain't no foot dragging. He got a year and they cutting him off finally. Simone, I will believe it when I see it, because if you cut him off, Cecil just gonna siphon him money on the side. Because them kids can't do it without y'all taking care of them. Y'all didn't let them stay on the tit too long, if you ask me. So Miles is still living at home, and she said she want him gone so she could walk around naked and have sex with Cecil. And Miles was like, shoot, that ain't happening now. And Miles, I believe it. Your mama and Cecil ain't hunching. They is not hunching. Ain't no way they hunching. Ain't no way. I don't know why parents are real quick to cut off. Okay, here's the deal. I don't mind helping your kids, but your kids got to be serious about what you're doing. You can't just be lollygagging on my damn money just because it's there. And just because you have the ability to just be there and not doing nothing. Yeah, he going to school, but at the same time, you do need to be making some sorts of strides to be able to do for yourself. But I do definitely believe it's cap. I don't believe Simone and them ain't gonna cut him off. And at the end of the day, he's, let's be real. You've been in school 5 years. It shouldn't take you that long. You do need to be making some strides, sir. Like, you can't live at home forever, because I always say this. What are they gonna do should something happen to the parent? And you're not on your own, and you haven't learned anything, and you have not tried to make strides to get on your own. You're going to have a whole tough time if you're totally codependent on your parent. And if you don't have any financial literacy and you haven't tried to really be out on your own, that's a lot. And then you keep going back and forth in and out of school. You didn't declare majors. You're not keeping your grades. One thing I do respect about Shaq, and he said this to his damn kids, and he got way more wealth than Simone and Cecil. He told him, I'm rich. You not. I don't mind investing in what you're doing and investing in who you are, but you need to make strides to get to where you are. You need to show me that you are working to get to where you are. I'm not just going to hand it to you because life doesn't hand it to you. And at the end of the day, I worked hard for mine. So you need to work hard for yours. Now, you've been in school 6 years, sir. You didn't declare undeclared majors. You didn't did this. It's time to get off the titty. And that's just my opinion. And a lot of these kids nowadays are really soft because parents don't make them work for nothing. They give it to them. And then, y'all expect life to automatically just give it to you. And when it doesn't, y'all get mad. I'm just going to say, they need to cut him off. He's too old to still be not wanting to. Because I'm going to tell you, I could never imagine having to go back and live back at home because I enjoy my freedom way too much. When you live with your parents, they got to tell you what you, you can't come in here and you can't do this and you can't do that. This is my house. No, just let me be on my own. I'm good. Yeah, well, 5 years is too long for me. Agree, he got to have some financial literacy. 5-6 years of college is a lot. Yeah, and you tearing up them people's pockets for school. And you still haven't got yourself together? Like, how long is it going to take? I believe in having a healthy balance, providing a stable financial foundation for your child while also pushing them to be self-reliant to become a successful adult. I'm with you on that. Curtis said, but the parents making life too easy. And they are. And that's why they ain't left. You can't get them out if you're going to keep making it easy. I'm just saying. So we breeze on down the road to Sweet and Low. Sweet and Low, Sweet Tea and Dr. G are talking about their knife, and he claims everything he did was a blur. So you don't remember hunching on that scripper, sir? You don't remember rubbing all on them scrippers? You don't remember doing none of that? Everything was a blur? All right, whatever. You were showing your behind, and you know it, sir. She starts crying about everything, and that Quad showed up, and Dr. G is like, why would Quad show up? And he's like, why would she do that? She knows that she's getting married. You're getting married to me, so why would she show up? Sir, I'm gonna tell your bobblehead ass something real quick. Let me tell your bobblehead ass something real quick. You know, when you had this girl sign up for this show, that your ex-wife was still on this show. So don't sit up here with no fake outrage and acting like, oh my God, Quad was there. Sir, you can go to hell very swiftly with that one. Because that fake outrage, it doesn't rock with me. You knew what time it is. You knew at some point that these two women was going to have interaction. You are so caught up on trying to prove that you are not what Quad said your ass is, that you really showing your slit. I'm just going to say that. It's ridiculous, sir. It's ridiculous. And Dr. G says he's jammed up for another 14K. You weren't jammed up for another 14K, sir. They paid it already. Purveyors of Pop paid that. I don't believe that it's 14K. Then it could have been 14K. I don't know. I feel like they capping on that price. But you weren't jammed up for shit, my nigga. They paid it. You were not jammed up. Let's stop the cap. You and her. They paid for it. They wanted to see the wedding on TV. They paid for it. So you weren't jammed up for nothing. Because of the experts that told her to plan this, and then it didn't work out, and then she's bragging on how he came in and saved the day. And so Sweet Tea starts saying the experts told her to plan this like this, and he came and swooped in and saved the day and paid the 14K. Again, stop playing. He did not come in sweet and slow and pay no $14,000. Purveyors of Pop paid the $14,000 because they wanted to see the wedding on the show. You and him paid nothing. Now, he may have paid, okay, what was already set to be paid to the florist and all them other people. He may have paid those things, but when it came to that venue, they didn't pay. Y'all didn't pay that. Now, you may have paid $14K overall on the rest of that other crap, but you definitely did not pay for that venue. sir. You can stop that too with your tight ass, because we know you tight with the pockets. Because you was just complaining 2 episodes back about how much money she was spending. Now all of a sudden, sir, get out my face. Get out my face with that. And sweetie, you hired Johnny that used to work for Candy. You didn't hire no expert when it came to planning no wedding, because a true wedding planner would have had all of that done from A to Z. You wouldn't have had to done nothing but show up with the credit card to swipe to pay. You hired Johnny. You hired Johnny. You hired Johnny. You did not hire no expert. Please. And I know it's some professional people that you could have hired all up and through Atlanta to plan that event. That wedding gave bottom basement, basic wedding. We've seen much better on Bravo. Okay? Hell, y'all just could have called that y'all could have went down to the Justice of the Peace and called that a damn wedding reception and called it a day. If you ask me, I ain't even gonna hold you. Them flowers look like y'all got them down to the Hobby Lobby. Around with the floor arrangements and everything else. Look like you got that whole decor from Hobby Lobby. Okay? And down around there to Michael's Crafts. Please. You acting like y'all spend all that money. Do you think Heavenly will get in trouble for exposing? No. Heavenly don't ever get in trouble for nothing she say. Heavenly say a whole lot of stuff around there on her YouTube channel. And when has she ever been reprimanded for it? She ain't. Wasn't the wedding planner the guy who tried to sue? Yes. That tried to hire Phaedra, that it didn't work out, that lawsuit? Yeah. Yeah. Who also was walking around looking like the Pillsbury Doughboy in that tight ass suit that didn't even fit in that white suit. Couldn't even get the buttons over top. You didn't even take time, sir, to get that taken out. Nothing. You just gonna show up to the venue as the wedding planner, and then it was on wrinkle on top of that. Hell. What kind of damn wedding planner is that? Gonna show up to the wedding. My wedding planner would show up wrinkled the hell up. You get the hell out my wedding looking like that. Jesus. Talking about he came in and saved the day, and you was just complaining about he wasn't doing shit last week. Sweet and Slow, if you don't go and sit your slow self down, Sweet and Slow is happy her family is there to be there for the wedding. And of course we saw Johnny. I don't even know how he got hired. Phaedra, did you set that shit up with Johnny? I feel like this got you written all over that. You helped Johnny get right back on TV, and Phaedra, you wrong for that. You wrong for that. You wrong. That's all I'm gonna say. You wrong. And then Phaedra, you was gonna help him get on TV. You could have took him around down there to the men's warehouse and had him rent him a suit that would look better than that. And they would have took the whole cuffs and pleats out and would have had the man looking decent on national TV. You gonna let that man get on TV look like he about to, that if he turned around too tight, one of them buttons was gonna pop off and bust somebody's eye out. I used to work for somebody who owned a business that used to do that. His damn suits was so tight, they was Martell Holt tight. And then he had a gut and had a nerve to be trying to close the stuff up, and the damn button ups be so tight, and the buttons is about to squeeze the hell off and bust somebody in their eye. And I told that ninja one day, I said, let me tell you something. You come by my desk one more time, and one of them buttons pop out of my eye, I'm suing for workers' comp, straight up, and I'm suing you because I might end up go blind messing around here with no tight ass. Johnny looked a damn mess and had them braids in his head. Girl, please. Let me get off Johnny because I'm still sitting up here reading on that man and I ain't have to do all that. So there's a 23 years age difference, and she's been dating older men all her life. Now, Sweet Tea, you was born in what, 1990? I was born in 86. So you've been dating old niggas since you was in high school? Your daddy or your mama didn't find nothing wrong with that? There's some red flags in that, but if y'all sound like daddy issues to me, but y'all think this is such a flex, so I'm just going to leave that alone. Y'all think that's a flex, so I'm going to leave that alone. Dr. G calls Phaedra to confront her about Quad being at the bachelorette party and says it doesn't matter how the other ladies feel or what they feel. He's happy and she didn't need to be there. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You small bobblehead Fiat driving fool. If you would have called me to try to check me about the ex-wife being at the bachelorette party because you so happy, you sounded like a little insecure ass bitch, first of all. And I would have called you an insecure ass bitch for even calling me, trying to check me about why your ex-wife was even there. That is really bitch-made behavior. And men that do shit like that are very insecure. And you insecure about something. Now, I don't know what it is, sir. Might be what you got down between your legs, or it might just be you in general. You are an insecure man to call and check another woman about your ex-wife being there when you set up your current wife to be on a whole ass TV show where your ex-wife is on. Again, go to hell swiftly, Greg, because you ridiculous with that. And if I was Phaedra, I would have hung the damn phone up on your punk ass when you called me to check me, like, you my nigga, and you gonna tell me what I can and can't do. Sir, who are you? You just afraid that them two women gonna get in the same room and talk about your black ass. That's what it is. You don't want her to tell you everything about the true tea about you. That's what that is. Because ain't no way you that worried about what Phaedra bringing that woman around. JP says more like what he don't got between his legs. Sure don't, because I can tell. And if she's satisfied with that, baby, she don't want much out of life. I'm just gonna say that. He's afraid Quad gonna tell Sweet. Yeah, he is. That's why you didn't want them in the same room. But why put this lady on the same show as your ex-wife then? Make it make sense. Why does everybody feel like this man has to? Everybody got to tiptoe around this woman because he put this woman on the show that his ex-wife is on. Y'all got to make that make sense to me. So, and Phaedra wanted to tell. So Phaedra just lets him know. Well, she wanted her to know that Quad wanted her to know that they didn't have any issues and that it doesn't matter. And so, whatever, she ain't got no smoke with your current wife. It's not gonna be like that. And like she said, it already didn't happen, so it doesn't matter. And he said, don't make it be a next time. And she said, well, don't it won't be a next time because it's over with. Again, sir, you coming with all this energy, worried about your ex-wife. What are you so worried about that's going to be discovered about you, sir? I just, because I'm going to tell you, if I'm innocent and I ain't never did nothing, I'm not going to be worried about what nobody got to say about me. Say what you need to say over there. If I know I've treated you good and ain't no smoke, you can talk all you want to. If I'm truly happy, I'm not going to be worried about what my ex is doing anyway. And the fact that you're so worried about these two women being in the same room when your wife was your current wife, Sweet and Slow, was acting like a fan. There was never any smoke. So, sir, what are you trying? You trying to create something that ain't even there. Slow pumping. He do like he's slow pumping. For real. Oh, big head, bobblehead fool. So Dr. G and let's move over to Dr. G and Avery made Toya breakfast for her birthday. Her other son is out of town for a school trip at Disney World, and he having fun. And it's the day of Sweet Tea's wedding. So, matter of fact, they got married on Toya's birthday. Okay, they got married on Toya's birthday. So the wedding day is happening, and we find out Dr. G is 5 years older than Sweet Tea's mom. So really, you should be dating her mammy. Ew. So you 56, her mama's 51. My mom's 53. And I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of tea about my business. Straight up. So y'all know I got this dating show coming out. And we did the date range from 30 to 50. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I couldn't imagine dating someone that was like over 50 because damn it, you my mama age. And then I'm gonna tell you right straight up, I would have like such a complex with that because it would make me feel like I'm humping on my mama. And that would really, I can't do it. I'm sorry, I can't. I didn't realize that I can't. And then I heard it was some people that had applied that was way over that, or they looked like they was like 75. Like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I understand everybody do that older thing. And then I done got older. So since I'm 37, I be attracting them on young girls like 21 to like 31, 32. Okay. And sometimes like mentally, y'all don't be where I needed to be, but then I don't want to be too old. Let me get out of my business. Start telling my business down to this thing and let y'all watch the show when it come out. Cause I don't even know what the women's look like. Let me stop telling my business. But I'm just telling you, I couldn't be with nobody that's damn near my mama age. Can't do it. Even though my mama older, you know, my mama 53 and still fine. Okay. I got an auntie that just turned 44 and fine. It's just over 50, can't do it, bruh. So 30, you 31 and he 56 and he punching on top of you. Ooh, you know what? It just reminds me, takes me back to Color Purple when she was like, when Celie went to her daddy funeral. And old girl was like, Celie went up to her, asked her, how did he die? She's like, he died on top of me. I was like, oh, God. That would be my biggest fear. Like, we hunching and let me stop. I can't. Because I'm thinking about this too. Now, she has a baby with this man. He's 56. So if she gives him a baby within the next 2 years, the man gonna be like damn near, he gonna be damn near 60. He gonna be 58. Can you see a 58-year-old man running after a damn toddler? The 40 and plus crew be talking about the 40 plus crew be talking about how they be tired chasing these kids when they got kids in their 40s and they toddlers. So I can imagine somebody damn near 60 trying to chase after a toddler. And you talking about he want dinner made on command every day. He want everything taken care of. And you got to run around and take care of a baby and cater to him. Sweetie, it'll never happen. Let's see if she get pregnant right away. I don't know how old Shamia's husband is. I'm just saying, like, you got to be, when you come to having kids and you get to a certain age, you got to be calculated about what you're doing. And I will say this, as people, we get older, you know, our reproductive organs don't be as good as they are when you are younger, because as you get older, things do change. All I'm gonna say is she might want to check his plumbing to see if it worked too, because I don't know. She says her mom wasn't too fond of the relationship, but her dad was happy about it because of his practice and he could provide. Of course, your daddy saw dollar signs just like you did. What's your best part of being what's the best part of being a fiance? The money, the money, the money. So daddy saw the money and he in on it too. That's what it is. Okay. My mama ain't too fond, and I can tell mama wasn't too fond about it still, but I think mama just gonna go ahead and let you make that mistake and go on and not even complain to you about it. She just going and you know, she gonna let you go ahead and make the mistake. So Greg comes in and he checks into his hotel room and he falls asleep immediately. And that lets me know when you fall asleep immediately, you damn sure ain't gonna be chasing after no toddler when you damn near 60. You can go on and hang it up, sir. You can go on and hang it up. Cecil and Simone are on their way to the wedding. He says he hopes that it looks like the 14K more that they spent. And Cecil, that's what lets me know right there. Cecil know They ain't spend no damn 14K. Cecil said it without really saying it, that he know that they ain't spend that damn extra 14K. Hey, Norris, Tony. So they move on over to Toya and Eugene, and they talking. They all in the SUV in the black car, and she says she's glad bobblehead Greg found someone, and talks about how him and Quad wasn't hunching, because later points in the marriage, remember when Quad was saying, like, after year 2 they wasn't really hunching, year 3 they slowly wasn't, and Toya talking about, well, uh how could anybody still want to be married and you ain't having sex and don't expect him to go out and cheat? And I'm like, Toya, girl, please. A woman can be doing backflips in the bedroom, hunching, snapping it, flipping it, rubbing it down, doing everything in the bedroom. And if a man gonna cheat, he gonna cheat. So whether she busting it open wide, laying it lower, spreading it wide, ain't got nothing to do with a man cheating. If he gonna cheat, he gonna cheat. You sound really stupid. But again, you trying to cap for this girl so hard because you can't stand Quad. So Toya, I'm gonna go ahead and let you make it, because a lot of people will say they wonder why Eugene ain't left you. Between your bad spending habits and moving every season, I'm glad this is the first season. We are 4 episodes in, and Toya and Eugene ass ain't moving somewhere again. Thank you, Jesus, because that's been their storyline every year. Dr. G and Grandmama will have coffee together in the Fiat. They will. They will. Quad was never attracted to Dr. G. Y'all think she wasn't attracted to Dr. G? Well, God, if you look at him, if you look at Sweet T's dad, he look younger than Dr. G. So that tells me everything right there. Toya says, she's like, well, how do you expect a man to be faithful? And Eugene agrees. And I'm gonna tell you, Toya's an Aries and she's a freak, and that's why it works for Eugene. And I'm gonna tell you, even if Eugene ever had a thought of leaving Toya, he gonna think about leaving all that freak nasty mess that Toya do, and so he ain't gonna go nowhere neither. Okay, y'all been hollering about that man should have left Toya how many years ago? He still want to work like a Hebrew slave. He still want to move every year. So go on and let Eugene be happy over there with Toya. Okay. But Toya, you need to not give advice to nobody about your marriage, about any ounce of a marriage, when about a year ago you wasn't even happy in your marriage. Okay, you probably just happy that Eugene can go a little bit longer since he taking them shots to lose weight down around at Dr. Jackie Clinic. So let's not do that. They move over to Heavenly and Damon, and they're going to the wedding, and Alora's prom is actually the same day, so it took them a little bit longer to get away from the house because they was taking pictures for Alora's prom before she left. So she's hoping there is a wedding, and Damon is just there to support his friend. I'm with Damon. I'm like, buddy, I'm just here to support my friend. If he happy, I'm happy. I'm telling you. Yes, it is the first year Toya and Eugene ain't moved. It is the first time in a long time. Hell, it's been on 10 seasons. I think the last 4 or 5 they moved every year, it seemed like. So everyone pulls up to the wedding, and Dr. Jackie is solo. Curtis is in Dominican Republic working. Now, what is Curtis and his mole doing over in the Dominican Republic? I don't trust Curtis. I don't. Something they allegedly in the streets, they trying to say that Curtis, they say Curtis back out here creeping again. I don't know. But what is he doing in the Dominican Republic? Please, somebody let me know. Everyone that's coming into the wedding, Dr. Contessa once Scott, Dr. Contessa and Scott were there, even though they're not on the show anymore. Simone blasts to her that Quad crashed the bachelorette party, and Contessa looking, and I'm like, Contessa, if you don't If you don't go sit down, you and your non-storyline having, y'all got tired of playing with y'all marriage, and then you got mad when Heavenly blasted you out. Please go sit down. It ain't nobody trying to see you. Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. Suge and Pop's mama said, just you wait. Toya and them be moving by episode 8. I hope to God they ain't moving because I'm tired. I'm tired of moving for them. Curtis is in Dominican Republic getting low. Ooh, I'm leaving that alone. I'm leaving that alone. Phaedra said she did funeral. So they looking at the wedding program. And Phaedra, this is how shady Phaedra is. Phaedra says she did funeral home programs and look like this. Phaedra, funeral home programs. I'm like, man, what are you talking about? Because it opens up like a pamphlet for the wedding, and it shows everybody in the wedding party. And I'm like, I'm telling y'all, oh, I just want a basic wedding, but I know I'm probably gonna marry the most. I'm gonna marry a woman that's gonna want to do the most, and I don't even want to think about that right now because I already know it's just gonna be a lot. Okay, it's gonna be a lot. And if Chef is doing the documentation of the wedding for y'all and live streaming it for y'all, I don't even want to get into that because I just feel like I'm gonna marry a bridezilla and it's gonna be too much. So I'm just going to not think about that. Phaedra said her wedding was beautiful, but the marriage didn't last. And we know, we know. And then what messed me up about Phaedra was she talking about she was dating Apollo since she was in high school. What is going on with Phaedra in these timelines? I need Phaedra to shut up. Because every time you get to talking about a timeline with a man, or you get to talking about something about your life, the shit don't add up and the math don't math. And it just stop. Stop, Phaedra. Stop. Phaedra, don't do it. Stop it. Stop. Stop. She said, but she spent a lot of money on that wedding. And I'm like, yeah, y'all did. And then Apollo went to jail for scamming too. And you didn't, but we're not going to get into that. Heavenly and Dr. Damon couldn't get in. They can't get in. This is where they call Pillsbury Boy Johnny over there to try to figure out why they wasn't on the list. Sweet Tea gets in her confessional, popping her ish, and says she took her off the list because the bridesmaid went back and told her that she was talking ish about her wedding. And I'm gonna tell you something, sweetie, Sweet Tea, sweet and low, baby girl. She told you to your face. Heavenly told you to your face you was rushing your marriage more than once. Let's not act like you just now realizing that she talked about you in your wedding. Girl, stop. And the times that you was inside of Heavenly's face, you never checked her in the moment. So now you want to take her name off the list, and the lady still got in there. So it really was no flex, ma'am. It wasn't no flex because she still got in. Because again, purveyors of pop paid for her to get in. So if we want to go back, to this tweet right here, she got in. She still got in, man. So all of that you did was for what? She still got in. Eugene and Toya acting. I think Toya and Eugene knew she was off that damn list. They trying to play stupid. I believe that they knew that she was off that list. Damon thinks it's a mistake, and Heavenly says it could have been something else. She could have been doing, like staying, for Alora, because Alora, she could have been taking more pictures. She could have spent more time with her before she left for prom. Instead, I'm sitting out here waiting outside of this wedding to get into a wedding that I could have been doing something else at. So Eugene and Toya go ahead and sit down. Johnny comes out with that tight white suit on. Phaedra finds out and she's not on the list. And Toya comes in and sat down and tells them, and Simone is laughing. Now, Simone, you with your flip-flopping ass need to shut up Because at the end of the day, Simone, you've been throwing shade at Lipton tea, sweet tea, slow tea, slow mo the whole entire time. You and Toya on the side. So the fact that you're trying to laugh at Heavenly is petty as hell to me. But it's okay. It's okay because Heavenly still gets in. The wedding party starts to come down the aisle, and then her father walks her down the aisle to meet Greg. It's like one old nigga giving his daughter to another old nigga. I would have felt so uncomfortable as an old nigga. Like, I really would. I'm letting my daughter marry a nigga my age. We as a community gotta really do better. This is some. Whoo, I'm just going to let that go. She meets Greg and they say their vows. And as they're saying their vows, they show Heavenly and Damon come in the wedding in the back, through the back. And I'll say this, like Heavenly said, they did not wait that long to get in. They kind of stretched that out and they moved that in a little bit different to make it seem like they were waiting a long time. They really weren't waiting a long time. That was a production type thing. It was Pillsbury Johnny with that tight ass suit on. He ought to be ashamed, wrinkled up on national TV. Lipton tea is so she's stupid. Yeah. Yeah, he's older than her daddy. Ugh, just ugh. Ain't no real man gonna allow that to happen. Well, I told you, daddy, like the money, like his daughter. So I mean, them backwoods country bumpkins, they happy to see somebody with a little bit of change. That's all they worried about. And Heavenly says, and production let her in because they were prepared to leave. And Heavenly said earlier this week on her IG, her family is congratulated them on the wedding. So she still congratulated them on the wedding. You know, when they came down the aisle, Sweet Tea, after they had got married, said they I do's and all of that. And they come down the aisle, everybody's congratulating them. And, you know, Dr. Heavenly still congratulated them, you know, on the wedding. The ladies, so they're all at the reception, and the ladies bring up why Heavenly was not on the list. And Toya pipes up, like, you don't need to bring Quad around her. She says she's the walking dead to her. And I'm just like, Toya, again, can you get you a storyline outside of selling that damn wine and moving? Why are you being Sweet Tea's mouthpiece for her? That's a grown-ass woman. And if she can't speak for herself, then that's a problem. Okay? If she want to hunch on Old Man River at 31, she should be able to speak up for herself. That's the way I see it. Quad says in the confessional, congratulations to them, and she's soaking in the bathtub. So they show Quad the day of their wedding, soaking in her tub in her mansion while they down to the wedding. They come out dancing, and neither one of them have any rhythm. Eugene, neither Sweet and Slow or Dr. G have any rhythm. Now I'm telling y'all, at my wedding, when I come down the aisle, I'm coming out to UGK International Players. Okay, that's what I'm coming down the aisle to before my wife even come out. You know. Now the wedding song, it might be something ratchet or hood, probably. Okay. I don't know what that might be, but it's gonna be ratchet. But it's gonna be some '90s mixed in with some early 2000s R&B, and we're gonna have a little bit of ratchet music in there too. Okay, so we're gonna have a little bit of everything. I'm just telling you, that's what I'm coming down the aisle. So these fools come in dancing. Neither one of them have rhythm. Eugene was joking about the stripper being at the wedding because I looked up. I said, "Really, the stripper that he was was at the wedding?" He talking about, "Nah, it really wasn't a stripper." I said, "Now, Eugene, you wrong as hell for that." But it was funny. Heavenly walks up to Sweet Tea on the dance floor trying to apologize. She says she needs to, so she gets in her confessional, popping her shit again, talking about she need to go sit down and eat that beef Wellington before she put her foot up her ass. And I'm like, girl, sit down, because you ain't gonna do nothing to Heavenly. You don't check her when she's in in your presence. You can't even stand up to Toya. You let Toya bully you about Quad being at your damn baby at your baby shower almost at your pamper party. So, girl, please, you ain't finna bust a grape if you don't go sit down and eat your food, because you look ridiculous too. And that was the end of the damn episode. We see next week that Sweet Tea does try to check Heavenly with her own tea, because remember a few years back when Heavenly was on the show and they was talking about her and Daddy and their relationship, how she almost took a frying pan to his head. She hit him with a frying pan, a cast iron skillet. Sweet Tea brings that up and talking about and I was here for Heavenly said I will beat your ass like your mama should have beat your ass. And I said, oh, I'm here for it, the petty and the mess. I'm gonna tell you, this girl, Sweet Tea, she's I think for me with her, I would respect her a lot more if she would come in being herself. I think she's collateral damage again for everybody around her. I think production wanted to shake up the cast in a way, and what they did was they brought this girl on because they wanted to see the dynamic between her and Quad. Quad is not going to so much take the bait because Quad knows how reality TV works. This little heifer, not so much. She's going to take the bait. And what I find funny is a lot of people, again, y'all talking about what Heavenly the one that brought her on the show. Yes, Heavenly sealed the deal to bring her on the show, but y'all have to remember, if y'all truly follow this show and quote unquote fans of the show and stands of the show, and you follow everybody on the cast, you would know that Sweet Tea has been around Curtis, Simone, Eugene, and Toya for almost 2 years prior to this go. If you go back to season 7, when Simone was at the reunion bragging, talking about how pretty she was and how the new girl that was in Dr. G's life was so this and she was so that and she was so this and she was so that. They were bragging about that girl season 7. Fast forward to season 10, 3 years later, now the girl is on the show. Simone and Toya been trying to get this girl on the show. Heavenly may have been the one that convinced production to go ahead and go with it. May have was the one that sealed the deal and got the girl on the show and may have done all that. But them two heifers over there, Ben was trying to get her on the show. And that was the way to oust Quad out. The problem is the plan backfired because Quad wasn't going to leave and remove herself from the throne to let this girl feel comfortable. That's one thing I gotta respect about Quad is her confidence and who she is as a woman. She ain't gonna let this little young girl come in and shake her crown or make her crown tilt in any type of way. And a lot of people don't like Quad because of her arrogance. I don't care for Quad for her arrogance sometimes, and Quad does team too much sometimes. But I will say in this instance, Quad has never really said too much about this girl. That girl started on her IG and on her Instagram talking about Quad first. I know, I peeped it, I've been watching. And so bad that this girl and Dr. G want to prove that this man is not what Quad said he was. This is a battle of egos right now. And I'm going to tell you, this girl is going to be Dr. G's collateral damage, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. She is going to be his collateral damage. Because all he's caring about is reiterating who he is and what he was being exposed as being as a mentally abusive, verbally abusive husband. And so now you're just trying to fix your image. And she's not honestly ready for reality TV, and she ain't gonna make it. Now, if she make it to second season, God bless her. But baby, you better hope you make it 2 years into this marriage. Because to me, you jumped on TV too quick after getting married to this man. You should be trying to germinate and make sure that foundation is good over there at your household. Because I'm going to tell you what I think and predict is that this girl is going to catch her fame. She's going to catch a nice bag from this show. And eventually she's going to elevate herself right on up out of there, just like Quad did. And she may or may not even give that old ninja a baby. He might be 60, still trying to look for a baby. That's just my opinion. She getting it from Toya? Yeah, I know she getting it from Toya. She getting it from Toya. Toya's putting the battery in her back, and I'm gonna tell you, Toya ain't loyal to nobody. You done seen that whole cast turn against Toya at one point and wasn't speaking to Toya, and that includes Simone. So, God bless her. Hashtag. So Shavonna Renee says hashtag team Miss Quad T been talking shit about everyone, especially Quad, for a long ass time. She had. T better hope she don't get pregnant for turtle face. Call that man turtle face. He do like Yertle the turtle. Remember Yertle the turtle from Dr. Seuss books? He do look like Yertle the turtle. He will use that baby against her. He'll take that baby from her. He the type of nigga that'll take the baby from her, and he don't even really want to be with the baby. He don't really want the baby, take care of it full time, but he'll just do something spiteful to have the baby. And that's the type of man that's the type of tea that he gives me as a man. That's just my opinion. I don't know the man personally, but that's the type of tea that he gives me. I will be peeking in over there with Dr. Heavenly and Carlos King to see what kind of mess they talking about, because I'm quite sure Dr. Heavenly is going to spill more tea on that wedding. This was, I'm really curious about what the real tea is about that, because again, I still don't think that wedding, I don't know how much they spent before that additional $14K, but I can't even see that overall being worth $14,000. I just can't see it. I'm sorry. You can have a destination wedding cheaper than $14,000 if you plan it right. And that includes a wedding planner. And so, and I want to know, of that $14,000, how much did they pay Johnny? What was his cut? I would love to know what his cut was. What was Johnny's cut in commission off of that? I'm just curious. Well, I'm gonna just let y'all know I ain't got no mo right now. I'm actually kind of I got tonight. I will be on the Whether You Like It or Not panel over there with Really Be Yakutis, Simply Sakina, Scotty by Nature, and we will be discussing Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay, that will be on Yakutis' channel. So I think I shared it on my community wall. It's going down at 7:15 Eastern Standard Time. So I will be over there doing that. So y'all make sure y'all check that out. Also coming up, we have Hotline Bling this week on Chef Don Don's channel. Y'all make sure y'all be on the lookout for part 1 and part 2. So make sure y'all go over there, like, comment, and subscribe to his channel so y'all get that. And then, like I said, my dating show is coming at sometime in 2024 around March. So yeah, we'll be doing all of that. And I'll also be still doing my reviews. This week, of course, Beverly Hills, Real Housewives of Miami, Bell Collective. And I didn't tell y'all, but I'm gonna start reviewing Life After Lockup. Okay, I'm gonna start reviewing that on Saturdays. So I'll be doing lives on Saturdays talking about that ignorant foolishness. Can't wait. So y'all make sure y'all follow me on social media. Make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, bang the notification bell button. I appreciate y'all tonight. I gotta get some rest in between meantime, just a little bit, and go try to get me a Red Bull so I can just still be on the move, because it's at 7:15. That'll be my third live of today. So gotta keep it going. But I appreciate y'all for coming in and supporting. I'll holler at y'all later.